Hey, Miles here, milesbecker.com. In this video, you're going to learn the number one most important characteristic for a great virtual assistant. Now, as you're growing your business, it's required that you're going to grow your team at some point. You are limited by time. That's one of the big limiting factors in the beginning. It's not how much money you have to invest, it's the resourcefulness. It's how much time do you have to invest to figure out all the bits and pieces to grow your business successfully. So how do you get more time? It's through hiring, right? When you bring on teammates who can relieve you of repetitive tasks and tasks that you find extremely challenging, then you free up more time to do what you are really, really great at. So my wife and I together, we often work 10-hour days, which means between the two of us, we're able to put in 20 hours of work towards our business each and every day. But we have a few full-time teammates, we have many part-time teammates who do a bunch of different tasks for us, and as a team, we're easily able to get 30, 40, even 50 hours of work product done each and every day because we're leveraging teammates. So this is why it's so important for you. Some of the things we've outsourced at this point are development, graphics design work we've done, all our WordPress stuff, our funnels, all of that is outsourced. Pay-per-click I've outsourced at this point in time. Customer support we've outsourced, and then just a whole variety of auditing and kind of manual research type tasks are all off our plate. The goal is to put my wife and I in a position where we do this, right? Create content, because only Miles Beckler can bring you these videos from the Miles Beckler brand. I cannot outsource this, but the process of getting the audio from this track onto the podcast can be done by my virtual assistant, and it is. And if you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. I'm happy to have you here. And again, getting this content onto my blog in written format, I don't do that work either. I have a team of people who put that together, of transcribers and editors and copy editors and layout people who all put that into place. So I can stay focused on making great videos for you. You need to figure out what that is for you, right? What that core thing that only you can do, that value that you bring, and then you need to bring in teammates who can assist you. Great. So what is that number one characteristic that you need to look for or find in a virtual assistant or developer or designer or anyone who you're bringing on your team? Personal opinion, it's ambition. You need to find individuals who are ambitious. And I feel like that is the key thing, because I don't know how to teach ambition. I can teach you digital marketing. I can teach you how to do research. I can teach you how to analyze Facebook advertising. I can teach you how to build a funnel. I can teach you how to turn my videos into podcast episodes. I cannot teach another human being how to have a desire to create more out of life than average. And there's so many people in our world right now who are just okay with average. They're just flat out okay with mediocrity. And we need to find, as business owners, those individuals who strive for greater than mediocrity, which is what I call ambition. So how do you find teammates who have ambition? Now, I've done a lot of my hiring outside of the US. I prefer a platform that is, if you go to milesbecker.com/VA, that's the platform I do most of my full-time hiring on. And it's a job board in the Philippines. And I've been hiring teammates in the Philippines because they have not only great English and great skills, they're well-trained and they're able to help and they do a lot of work and there's an incredible value, but the ambition that they have is so much greater than a lot of the people I've interviewed in North America, right? It's that there's no expectation, there's no feeling of entitlement, like they're entitled to a $100,000 per year job, but they don't bring any skills. They're just ambitious to have a job where they can add value to create a situation where they can pay for their lives. So how do you know if they're ambitious? Well, I've got a couple of hacks that I use. The first thing that I do is I require them to make a video, and I want them to make a video that shows me around their workspace and explains why this job is super important for them right now at this point in time. Now, there's two things that happen in this one request, and this is the ambition kind of indicator for me. Number one, do they have the guts to create a video? For a lot of people, creating a video is one of the more scary things to do. And I usually tell them, just grab your cell phone, right? Just pull up your cell phone and just do a quick video and just walk around and tell me what's going on, show me your workspace, and tell me what's going on in your life right now and why now it is so vitally important for you to have this job. So most people don't do the video. quick way to weed out a lot of the applications who aren't ambitious, because if you're not ambitious enough to make a video when I request, you're probably not going to be ambitious enough to go beyond the call of duty when that is required, because that will be required at some point in every single business. Then the second part is their answer to the question of why is this job so important for you right now? I'm now reading between the lines in their answer, and I want to hear that they have a big reason why. I want to know that they have something that is compelling them, that is really getting them to the point where they feel it is so important for them to land a great long-term job that I know that they're going to be there. They're the ambitious ones. So this manifested in two ways with two of my most recent full-time hires. Number one, he has a family member who has an illness. He has a family member and he has a son. And his family member is one of his family members is dealing with an illness, so he needs to be a support provider for them, and he needs flexibility of schedule so he can help care for them, and so he can also take his son to school and care for his son. What this proved to me beyond a shadow of a doubt is he needs a unique position that's not going to be able to be fulfilled from essentially, riding a scooter to a local office each and every day, because he needs that flexibility. So this is something I'm able to offer him, but he's got this burning reason why. He needs to be the provider for his family. He needs to find that full-time job so he can go give value, give value, give value, and create the income he needs to take care of his family life. This is very, very powerful positioning for him to be kind of that up against the wall ambitious on both sides. There's a very little comfort in this man's life, and he is ready, able, and willing to do whatever it takes to create a better future for his family. To me, being able to read between the lines of that life situation told me that he was probably one of the most ambitious individuals, because he had such a big reason why. Now, the next question once I hire is he able to balance all of those different things he has going on and still get me the 40 hours per week work product? And he has, with excellence, definitely been able to do that. But that was the next question, right? I didn't try to answer that question before hiring him. I brought him on for a 1-month contract to start, and ever since then he's now been with me for a couple of years, and he's just an integral part of our business. And as he needs to go to doctor's appointments, etc., we're able to be flexible with his schedule. He makes up the time as he needs. It is a beautiful situation, and he's driven to continue to deliver with excellence because he's now found an income source through my business that really helps align him with that lifestyle freedom and the income that he desires. Do you get what I'm saying here? This is how it's a win-win situation through his ambition and our kind of freedom of lifestyle in this business model. Now, on the other hire that I brought in, kind of one of my most recent full-time hires, she's actually been with me for about 3 years now at this point. Her ambition or her goal was she had worked in the BPO industry, which is the business process outsourcing industry, and she was a team lead. So this is essentially when large corporations like PayPal or American Airlines offshore their customer support departments, right? So she was a team lead, which means that she wasn't just the first line of defense when the calls hit, but when those calls escalated, she was the individual who was required to get on the phone with the more challenging individuals to solve their problems. Perfect. That's like management experience. So that was a big plus. But she was in a position where she was with her fiance, and it was her fiance, and their dog. They want to build a house together, and they want to have a baby, and she wanted to be in a position to have a job that she was great at in order for her to have that time freedom to raise her child on her own. Bingo. This is the type of ambition, right? That's the type of external motivation that drives someone to really want to be in it for the long haul. If your ultimate goal is to raise a family, you don't want like a half a job here and kind of some work this week, some work next week, and the disappearing outsourcer problem has a high likelihood of going away when you find someone who's ambitious and has a big life reason why they really want to become a long-term part of your your team. And that's what I found, and that was like perfect. I love it when family is one of those driving forces to have the freedom, the time freedom and location freedom to be able to raise their family on their own confidently. That was exactly what I needed. Brought her on again for a 1-month contract. She has blown me away with how helpful she is. Actually hired a teammate to back her up so she can have days off, and she now has her baby, and it's just amazing, right? Their life has grown to a point that's amazing. She's still able to take care of so many aspects of my business while having that freedom of time again, because as entrepreneurs, we pride ourselves in having that freedom of time, right? Like that's that's part of the bit. Here I am in the tropics. I'm recording this on a Sunday, so I am working. I do work pretty much each and every weekend, but I have the freedom of location, and I just walk down to the beach for breakfast, pretty much do breakfast with toes in the sand, and now here. So I've got this lifestyle freedom from the entrepreneurial business, but I want to pass that along to my teammates as well. So if she wants to take a midweek trip to the beach with her family, she has the freedom to do so. She can get her backup to cover for her on that day. She can make up the time on the weekend as needed, etc., etc. And how did I know she was going to be ambitious? It was through her answer of the reason why. Why is this job so vitally important for you right now? And that's really the biggest question. Sure, I'm definitely asking them about their skills and their Excel skills and their past history and their work history, and I want to make sure that they bring the skills to the table that I'm hiring for, right? When I hired my advertising guy, I made sure that he's been running millions of dollars in paid advertisements over the last few years. I'm not bringing on a rookie who I'm going to teach. He already had that, but it's like, why? What is that reason? What is that bigger, broader lifestyle reason why you want to work for me in the part-time, and now learning that he's potentially going to transition out of a desk job situation into more of an agency role? Aha, this is an opportunity for me to potentially get to partner with him on an agency situation, for me to help someone who I respect and trust to gain more lifestyle freedom. He's willing to roll up his sleeves and work nights and weekends now in his current business while he holds down his full-time job to prove that he can really be a great teammate for people like me running lots and lots of paid traffic on multiple different platforms. Perfect. That is the exact kind of ambition I was looking for, even when hiring here locally in the US a part-time advertising individual. It came back again to his reason why. He's got 2 baby girls, he's got a wife, he spends a lot of time commuting back and forth from the office, and the potential to maybe over the next few years help him build an agency that could kind of rearrange his life in a way that he has more time with his family, he's got more time at home, less time wasted in the commutes. There's his reason why that ties with that ambition as to why he's going to keep showing up every day. He's going to keep doing the work even when it's tough, even when he needs to be up till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night, which he often works those hours after his kids go to sleep, after working a full day. He's in that phase of kind of working both sides of it, but his ambitious reason why was that time freedom with his family, with his baby girls, to get to hang out with his family more. That was the big key. If you've enjoyed this video and you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions below. I'm happy to answer the questions. Ultimately, be sure you subscribe. I put out 3 videos per week, so I got at least 1 or 2 more videos coming out this week. I hope, again, this has been helpful for you, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Until I see you again, be well, my friend, and remember, go find those ambitious individuals who have big time reasons why it's so vitally important for them to find a great role with a great employer like you, and then be that great employer for them. You'll be amazed at what you can create with a team. Get a lot of lifestyle freedom, but you can also get a lot accomplished. And on that note, I'm gonna go enjoy the tropics, get my feet in the sand. So cheers. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video. Till then, be well.